Hello, everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I'm so happy to be with you today. Today is Sunday. It's also the first Sunday of the month. We're in November. We're moving into a wonderful time of the year. And we're going to be focusing on gratitude this month. So I'm so grateful because I get to do this simulcast with our leadership and also for our Prayerful Consciousness Heart holders. And so because of this, this is the perfect time to break the ice and to begin a conversation about spiritually motivated leadership. That will be our theme for the month. And so in that, I want to share a couple of quotes with you. This here comes from Know Yourself. You Are More Than You Think by Ernest Holmes. And he says, the secret of spiritual power is a consciousness of one's union with the whole and the availability of good. We are one with universal creativeness, which is the God of theology, the spirit of mysticism, the reality of philosophy, the principle of science. God is accessible to all people. And I really love that. And just to bring that home, I was just having a conversation with one of our team members, and we were having a conversation about their son. And the comment is, well, he's an atheist, but he understands this stuff. I said, yes, because it works for all. It doesn't matter. From whatever perspective you come, there is something powerful. So part of this is learning how to move into a place where we are captain of our ship. In the Tao of Leadership, it says, true self-interest teaches selflessness. Heaven and earth endure because they are not simply selfish, but exist in behalf of all creation. The wise leader, knowing this, keeps egocentricity in check, and by doing so becomes more effective. Enlightened leadership is service, not selfishness. The leader grows more and lasts longer by placing the well-being of all above the well-being of self alone. Paradox. By being selfless, the leader enhances self. And so with that in mind right now, I'm inviting you to just move into that place of selflessness, just simply being an instrument where the divine can expand itself and reveal itself. Many of us call it by different names. Some call it the divine spark. Some call it the higher self. I know it as that divine presence that resides and is the thread of all life. It is the thread of humanity. And our work is the most important work in the world. And so I hear these words, to thine own self be true. And I'm hearing that from the higher self. And if we can stay in integrity and be in alignment with that, then we can make a difference in the world. So I contend that it all starts in the heart. So I'm inviting you right now to just join me in breathing. And then as we breathe, we're just going to slow ourselves down and allow for the circulation of the heart, remembering that the heart is that wonderful, powerful, interdependent organ. An organ that can operate independent of itself, and an organ that is in sacred service to every part of our being. It is simply a mirror of who and what we are as individuals. So I'm inviting you right now to just be conscious of your breathing and the circulation of this energy within the heart space. You notice that in my breathing, I'm breathing, counting to 5, inhaling, and exhaling on the count of 5. Just breathe. When we breathe, we're able to let go of a lot of things that are unfolding in the outer world. And when we breathe and we slow ourselves down, we're able to move into a place of self-regulation. All a part of leadership and all a part of being in command of ourselves. So I want you to recall a time where you experienced deep appreciation, kindness, or maybe perhaps compassion. You know, leadership takes place in many forms, in many ways. Sometimes we just don't know how to do certain things. But there are people that show up in our lives, and they are just in selfless service. They come in and they show you how to do certain things. And from that, you learn and you grow. And I'm remembering an instance of where I experienced that. Just recently, I had work done on my house. And this contractor, who was in selfless service, I made a comment that I needed to clean my blinds after they had painted. He showed me how to take the blinds apart. I didn't know anything about that. He took the blinds and he took them outside and showed me a system of how to do it. He educated me about water and the metal and how it was important to make sure we lubricated it so it would not rust out. That one little act of compassion was empowering. I want you to breathe and remember your moment. And I'm remembering that moment and how that moment completely changed and transformed my life. This was a time of deep cleaning, and every single blind was taken apart. They were cleaned, and the space was refreshed. Spiritually motivated leadership. I want you to magnify that energy right now. In your heart, and allow that heart energy to expand itself. And for me, it expanded itself intellectually in my thinking, my thought process, and it influenced 3 other people who were working with me on this project. Leadership grows, and leadership is about motivating. And there is a leader within each and every one of us. We're always teaching and we're always mirroring. And so the question is, what are we mirroring and what are we teaching? What is our message? And does it align with our values? Breathe. And we move into this place of perfect love right now. And as we move into this place of perfect love, I'm acknowledging the light of lights, that divine consciousness, that joy, and the peace that passeth all understanding. And so in this awareness right here, right now, I step into that true self, that divine awareness, that joy is everywhere, that it is alive right where I am, that it is alive everywhere where my neighbor is, for every single person on this call, and that it is the quiet stirring of the heart that fulfills itself and motivates itself on all levels, physically within every organ, that the energetic of this same energy is fully present within the mind, within the intellect, within the choices. And so in this awareness right here, right now, I simply behold the presence of that divine presence that I call and choose to call love in action. And so in this moment right here, right now, I allow this tone, this energetic, to expand itself within me and through me and as me. And I allow for this same presence and same power to precede me in everything I do. And as it proceeds, I know that only good can unfold. And this word I speak right now is about humanity. And I know that every single person that is hearing this call, that is involved in this call, that is a part of this energy, are all lifted up to the place of the very Most High. It fulfills itself in a sacred way. I know that the mystical presence is alive and fulfilling itself right now. That from a scientific point of view, the presence has revealed itself. I know that from a philosophical point of view, the presence of the divine is alive and enlivened. I know that it is that divine presence moving and fulfilling itself in all ways on all levels. And in this sacred awareness right here, right now, I know that the good that Emma Curtis Hawkins spoke of, that we should affirm, that we should have every day, is alive and thriving. And I know that there is that divine essence unfolding right now, and there is sacred fulfillment. I know that this energetic brings peace and harmony within all relationships, that this wonderful energetic contributes to a world that works for everyone. And I know that that world includes our body temple and each and every cell in full sway and full cooperation. So whomever is moving through a healing process now, I know that the universe supports that healing presence, that wonderful energy of wholeness and perfection. I know that that same energetic is that divine essence expanding itself as perfect communication, as that divine alignment of teamwork and that team of love and truth fulfilling itself within every family, within every group, within the collective consciousness of life. I know that that same energy is that abiding presence, bringing harmony within our homes, bringing forth peace within our homes, creating a space of a world that aligns and fulfills itself in our values. And I know that that same presence is alive and enlivened and that it is abundant. It is everywhere, in everything, and that every seeming need is met. That this presence has gone before and prepared the way. And only good can unfold and personalize itself for each individual. So what I know is that which we are focused on right now, and that perfect good is alive, thriving, and expressing itself. I know that it is that divine energetic that supports the highest and greatest good for all beings. And I'm so grateful for the practicality of this divine light expressing itself, fulfilling itself, and enriching itself. And it is in this space right here, right now, that I give thanks for this sacred presence, and I affirm with a resounding, and so it is. Amen.
So it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you all for being here. I'm thanking our leadership for being a part of this experience. I'm so grateful that we have set a precedent. We are into our second year as a ministry. And I truly believe that a family that prays together stays together. And each and every one of us, our leadership, our ambassadors, our emissaries of light, you are all a part of this. And you all support good in the world. And so I'm so grateful right now for your blessing and the peace that you bring forth. I'm going to invite you to have the best week ever, to go out and show up in the world as that spiritually motivated leader that you are. And it's in each and every one of us. If you like what we're doing, I'm inviting you to just take time and share this with someone else. And most especially, support this ministry in terms of the work we're doing in the world. You can go to seatfm.org to our Joyful Giving page and make a contribution that will help us sustain the work we're doing. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.